All right, if you've been subscribed to my channel, you've heard me talk about horror films and how I usually try to stay away from them just because I'm a scary cat. I really don't like the demon possession or exorcism films. However, I was able to get through The Conjuring. Those were pretty good, and most of those in that universe, but I can definitely do the slashers. I can definitely do the slasher, Scream, or whatever slasher you come out with. I can do it. But now we're here with Thanksgiving. Let's see how it turned out. My name is Brandon Keith Avery, and this is just my opinion. Hey, what's going on, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Just My Opinion for my Thanksgiving movie review. And if this is your first time finding me and you happen to like the video, please give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing. Timestamps are down below. And sorry guys, usually I have the title of the film on my little board here, but I was trying to spell Thanksgiving and I couldn't find the letter V. It just went away, disappeared somewhere in the middle of the night. But anyway, here we go. So we have this film, Thanksgiving, hitting theaters November the 17th, right in time for the holiday. It is a horror mystery thriller being directed by Mr. Eli Roth. This is what the gentleman looks like. And he is known to me for his over-exaggeration of gore and blood. Some of his films I cannot see, like Green Inferno. I heard about it, but I was like, look, I'm not checking that out. That's just too much. He also did Hostel. I checked those films out back in college, but he's known for his blood and guts and gory stuff, and so I tend to try to stay away from that, but I thought I'd give Thanksgiving a chance. Now, as far as my expectations are concerned for this film, they were not high, they were not low. I was just indifferent. I didn't care. I had an opportunity to see the film early, and I said to myself, okay, why not? It could be pretty good. Let me go check it out. The film is only 1 hour and 45 minutes long. Hopefully, I will have a good time. But before I get into all the nitty-gritty, before I talk about all my likes and dislikes, let me tell you exactly what this film, Thanksgiving, is all about. After a Black Friday riot ends in tragedy, a mysterious Thanksgiving-inspired killer terrorizes Plymouth, Massachusetts, the birthplace of the infamous holiday. Now, guys, the first thing that I really did like about this film is the beginning, is the intro. I was saying to myself, as long with everyone else in the theater, when they were gasping and awing of how crazy this was, is how it opened. It will leave your jaw on the ground. Part of me wants to say that it was over the top, a bit over exaggerated, but I had to check myself and say, wait a minute. No, this is very, very realistic. This has happened before in real life. I don't want to spoil exactly what happened, but man, this was a great way to start the film. And this wasn't an opening of like 30 to 45 seconds to where somebody dies and then it just bam, Thanksgiving across the screen and you go into your movie. No, this was long and drawn out. And after a while, I didn't even know that this was still an intro of the film. I thought we were in the midst of the movie, just letting it progress on. But I really did like the very beginning of this film. I thought it was very realistic. Some of the carnage could have been over the top, but the events that took place, like I said for the third time, was very, very realistic and was just a reflection on how certain aspects of society can be so disgusting when it comes to greed and obtaining material possessions. This is going to get a lot of conversation started, and I think that's a great thing. The next thing that I liked about this movie are the characters. Now, at one point, I was saying to myself, wow, some of these people are really annoying, but a lot of them are in high school, and everybody in high school was annoying. I was saying to myself, I acted like this before when I was in high school, so I could relate. But for the most part, I do like the characters because they didn't really do anything stupid or irritating or make dumb decisions that can get them killed. The last Scream movie that I saw, there were a number of things that I did like about that film, but I also thought it was filled with characters making dumb, illogical decisions. That's not the case for most of the characters in this film, and so that's another plus right there. Next thing that I liked about this film is the killer. He is relentless, he is gruesome, he is extremely violent, and is very bold with how he takes out some of his victims. Some are at nighttime, behind closed doors, when no one else is around. But the killer in this film also is not afraid to take someone out in broad daylight. And again, it will leave your jaw on the floor. So great job there of having a great killer that has no remorse over anything and will stop at nothing to make sure that his goals are accomplished. And another great thing, guys, this is a bloody gore fest. Again, I was talking about this in my Napoleon review, but if you are a squeamish person, if you cannot stand heads being chopped off and bodies being chopped in half and blood squirting out all over the place from every orifice of the body, don't go see this film. But if you're like that stuff, if you're into that type of thing, sign yourself up, buy your tickets now, get your popcorn, your drinks. You're gonna have a good time. Blood all over the place, all over the place. I also like the fact that it was very unpredictable. I had no idea how it was gonna end. I had no idea who the true villain was behind the mask. And the conclusion of this movie, I was saying to myself, damn, I don't think I've seen somebody go this hard before. And it also gives more light to how disgusting society can be, especially when it comes to social media, getting likes, clicks, admiration, things of that nature. I thought they executed that quite well, so great job there. But overall, guys, I really did enjoy the film. That wraps up everything that I did like about it. And as far as things that I really didn't care for, I mean, towards the end, I don't really felt the characters made dumb, illogical decisions. They just may have not made the best. And that's fine because you're in a panic, okay? You're trying to survive. You're not some expert strategist that's gone through years or months of training. You're just a regular civilian caught between a rock and a hard place at a random moment. And for the most part, they do make good decisions as far as trying to resolve the situation. But a few of them could have been ironed out a bit more just for things to make more sense, but I'm not going to take too many points away. I will take some points away from this, though. There may have been a plot hole or two that may not be a big deal for some people, but I thought that the killer, the bad guy, the villain kind of lucked out a number of times towards the end. There was just no way in hell that he or she could have predicted where certain characters would have been for him to get the outcome that he or she wanted. And so that may annoy some people there, but I was enjoying myself reminiscing on the movie on my way home, but when I got home and started to think about things more and more, I was like, wait a minute, that's not possible. There's no way this person could have put this together. That's just luck. So if that type of stuff bothers you, then okay, so be it, but it may not be a big deal for most people. But like I said, overall, guys, I really did have fun with this film. I don't want to say it's a film that I would just want to see again on my own, but if somebody wanted to see it with me, I'd be like, okay, sure. Why not? Just so I can see their reactions to it. But overall, it was a pretty decent film. And for me, it was better than the last Scream film, maybe better than the last two. But guys, I'll go ahead and give my rating for this at the very end. But for now, that is just my opinion. And I want to thank you so much for tuning in. If you did enjoy this video, please go ahead and give me the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and help me reach the next milestone of 50,000 subscribers. And if I had to rate Thanksgiving out of a 1 out of 10, I'll give it a solid 7 out of 10. Yes, a 7 out of 10. But guys, again, I just want to thank you so much for tuning in. And before you go, don't forget that my name is Brandon Keith Avery, and that's just my opinion. Peace.